Hi, in this short video, I'm going to help mission advisors complete the Lunar Flyby submission form. First, I want to note that mission advisors should complete this form for each student team that they are mentoring. Each team has an individual team number, name, and MDL, so we have to keep track of them separately. If you have a hard time keeping track of the team numbers and the team names, you should be able to find them in your email because each of the forms that you've already submitted, including the Artemis Roads 2 registration form and the injection burn form, which was due on February 15, 2024, the results of those forms were emailed to you, so you can look in your email to search them in order to find the team number and names. This is also a time where mission advisors may choose to consolidate multiple student teams into fewer teams. If you need to consolidate teams, please only register here the student team numbers and student team names that you want to keep working with as we progress in the challenge. You'll have an opportunity to re-enter the student names associated with each team in this form. So just decide how you want to consolidate your team, students within the remaining teams, and just enter those remaining teams in this form. Okay, so what is required of this form? First, we just need the team number. I'll just enter a fake number in here. A team name, okay? And then your or the mission advisor's name, your organization. Please fill this all the way out and not use acronyms so that we can recognize what it is. And then we do require that you give us 2 different emails. Oftentimes, school organizational emails might block the nesby.org email. So we like to have a backup to make sure we can get a hold of you. Lastly, we always also require a phone number so that we can call you if we need additional information. And then you need to enter your team category. This should match how you registered your team, but if you reshuffle team members around a little bit, you may need to choose a different category. Okay, everything on this first page is required, so now that I've filled it out, I can proceed to the next page. In the next page, we're asking you to upload each student team's mission development log as a PDF. So students are likely working on their mission development log either in Google Slides or PowerPoint. So you can download an in progress, that means not complete version of this MDL as a PDF or save it as a PDF and upload it here. What we're asking the MDL show is that the team has made progress towards completing Mission Objective 3, which is the mission patch 1, and then 3 other mission objectives of the team's choice. The maximum file size for this MDL upload is 10 megabytes, so please take a look at the file size after you've saved it as a PDF. If your file is too large, please delete any unneeded slides or reduce the number of images on the slides. Okay, next we just ask that you tell us which mission objectives your students would like us to look at. Okay, in this next page, we've got a description of times and locations of in-person challenge events and travel support. In order to either register your team for one of these in-person events, you can say yes, or if you're too far from an event or would prefer not to attend an event, you can say no. I'm going to choose no first because at this point, you've pretty much completed the form. So if you don't plan to go to an in-person challenge event, and I indicate next, you are at the end of the form here, but this is just a preview of your submission. So go ahead and review what you've entered in, and then you can click submit, and that will bring up another window with a confirmation that you've submitted the form. And at that time, you should also get an email with the information that you submitted. Okay, so if you don't plan to attend an in-person challenge event, you can stop watching here because you do not have to include any other information in this submission. Okay, if you do plan to attend a final challenge event, then you're going to click yes here, and then you should select which final challenge event you would like to attend. We do have funding to offer travel support for a certain number of teams, in particular teams that are traveling long distances and teams that are in need of support. So the next thing we'd like you to do is indicate whether or not your team would like to apply for travel support. I'm going to go ahead and click yes on this, and we're going to go to the next page. So if you clicked yes and indicated that you would like to register for travel support, the amount of support is dependent on the distance traveled by your team. So we would like you to tell us how far away you will be traveling from. And then if you would like, you can include some extra text here that helps us understand your need for this event. Okay. We require that all teams be accompanied to the event by their mission advisor or the backup or secondary mission advisor that was listed on the original Artemis Roads registration form. Since we have some mission advisors with many teams, you may list additional adult mentors to help supervise the students. However, these mentors may need a background check if they do not already have one on file. So here we're going to go ahead and ask you to submit the information for either the team's mission advisor or the extra adult mentor supervising the team, and indicate whether or not that person has a background check, and then whether or not they require overnight accommodations. If a person, student or adult, needs an overnight accommodation, we're going to need to know their gender in order to figure out how to people out in rooms. Up next, we ask for student participant information. You'll be able to select the number of students on this team, and teams should have between 3 and 6 students. Okay, just to keep this short, I'll just leave it at 3. And then we ask you to go ahead and fill out the information for each student. Okay, so that includes the name, and this is the name that we'll put on the students' certificates and also name tags. So make sure you're using the student's preferred name. Then you're going to indicate whether or not students are attending the event. We ask that you list students even if they don't plan to attend, because we will go ahead and print out certificates for all students on the team whether or not they attend. If the student is attending the event, we'll ask whether or not that student needs overnight accommodation. If they do, we need to know the student's age and gender. Okay, once you've filled out all the information for your team, we have this field here where you can suggest how to group your team members together for overnight accommodation. You will be in contact with your final event coordinator who knows the specifics about hotel or dorm rooms for your event. So this will be just a guidance for them as they sort out the students and adult mentors in teams. Okay, next we just need a little bit of more additional information, in particular whether any of the students have gluten sensitivity or allergies, or vegetarian or vegan, or require any ADA accommodations. Okay, once you've filled that out, you've completed the Lunar Flyby submission form. Again, once you get to this page, you have not submitted the form yet. This is just a preview of your submission. Go ahead and review your entries. You can go back and change any of the information that you entered by clicking on the previous button. When you click submit, you will get a page that looks like this with some additional information, and then again, all of the fields that you submitted. We recommend you print this page or save it to a PDF on your computer so that you can refer to it later. Thank you.